the officials. All right, we'll introduce court one. On court one from California, Sid Naresh and Nikhil Kumar. From NYU, Jeremy Hazen and Peter Milan.
All right, welcome back to the 2025 NCTTA Championships in Round Rock, Illinois at the UW Health Sports Factory. My name is Mike Reff, and I'm here in the commentating booth with Stephanie Shi. We have a great semifinals men's championship doubles match for you. We have number 2 seeded Texas Wesleyan with Jonathan McDonald and Sonora Silva, and Penn with Nathan Shu and Sushant Levaka. This will promise to be a match full of firepower and some interesting clash of styles as well. I know I've seen Nathan Shu and Sushant Levaka play, and they have quite an interesting pairing. Sushant has pips and also attacks with the forehand, but it's a cool combo. And Nathan Shu is quite explosive. And of course, the Texas Wesleyan duo are no slouches. Texas Wesleyan brought 3 pairs for men's doubles.
Black or red? Black or red?
So right now we're just determining who serves first, and this will determine the serve order.
And while they take care of some housekeeping, thank you to our sponsors, to Paddle Palace, Pika Pong, Pong Space, Stiga, and Go Rockford. Thank you for your support. We couldn't have done this without you. So Mike, kind of like you were saying, Sushant's style is a little bit unorthodox, we'll call it. It doesn't look like it should work, but somehow it does.
Yeah, it really does. I was watching matches before during today, as well as yesterday when he was in the World University Game Trials, and he really is quite impressive. And at first, when I saw him today in a doubles match, I thought that footwork might be an issue, but he quickly acclimated, and it was really, as you can see, they're in the semifinals, so it's been no issue now.
Yeah, I think once you start watching, you can kind of understand how they would upset people just because the style is so unusual. So you start to play mind games with yourself, because it's easy to fall into the death spiral of like just getting frustrated because you see these shots come over and you're thinking to yourself, how, why?
Right.
And then you kind of lose sight of tactics and, you know, getting your own act together. You can get into your own head about, oh, those shots were lucky, but when all of them go in, you can kind of conclude it's not luck anymore.
Right, yeah, exactly.
And again, to the style, so the way that he plays, he can't really be in the backcourt. So in that way, with it kind of complements Nathan's style a little bit, because you'll see him kind of in the back, counter looping and whatnot. But with Sushant's style, he can't quite do that.
It's an explosive first point to start the match. 0-1, Jonathan to serve for Texas Wesleyan duo.
So I think Nathan's claiming it served to the wrong side. But I think they're just calling it a let.
Maybe it was the height of the serve, possibly?
Unclear.
Yeah. Well, it's getting redone.
So Sushant and Jonathan are both very tall.
Yes. Not only is there a style dynamic, there's the height dynamic.
Correct.
For both pairs.
Big wingspan.
Yep.
And so this tactic is a little strange because you'll notice that he's serving 1 with the backhand and 2 with his pips, and that's not typical what you would see.
Yeah.
Normally, if pips players serve with the backhand side, it would be the inverted, but he's sticking with the pips. And I almost wonder if he serves backhand purely to give Nathan more room, because if you were to serve with the forehand, he would take up too much space, literally.
That's interesting.
And so if he serves backhand, he's able to kind of get out of the way and let Nathan do his thing.
Wow. Great touch game there. Right now, the Penn duo have a 4-1 lead.
So the first game, they're just going to kind of feel each other out, and particularly because of Sushant. They may play safe just to kind of see what they do.
For those of you who are new to the table tennis scene, the players can have a towel break every 6 points.
So that was nice coverage there.
Nice wide forehand.
So yeah, I think this first game is mainly going to be Jonathan, because Jonathan's hitting to Sushant just to, again, test the water, see what he does with things, and that'll put them in a better position to strategize for the next game. So even though it's a pretty big point spread initially, in doubles, it's not necessarily cause for alarm because you definitely see streakiness.
Right. Like it takes 8 points to go through one full round of serving of all the players. So it could be completely different.
And it's just more involved than singles. Like you have a whole other human that's also, getting into rhythm and feeling things out. So.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful forehand flick by Nathan Chu.
So that's definitely a set play. So he'll serve a kind of no spin, nothing, and the opponent will flip it, and Nathan's right there and just waiting for it.
Yeah.
So there you'll see Silva change tactic there. Instead of receiving it with the forehand flip, he flipped around to the backhand and killed it. Because it's not actually a high quality serve; it's just kind of there. Which, kind of gave Silva the opportunity to do that.
Right. Wow.
I think that was just a change of rhythm that they weren't quite ready for. The footwork was a little bit slow, didn't quite get around it. And I think you can kind of see right away that Nathan is a very forehand dominant player, so I think Coach Doru is going to definitely try and exploit that. So the game plan is actually pretty simple. Put everything to the backhand half and make him run. Because since Nathan and Sushant are both right-handed, they're definitely going to kind of be in each other's way. So it's actually a pretty simple game plan. play one half of the table. Doesn't need to be complicated. So game point here for UPenn.
Right. It's 10-7. Texas Wesleyan to serve. Yeah.
Yes.
Texas Wesleyan.
Okay, 1 game point saved. So now Penn's going to try and serve it for the game.
Sushant with the backhand serve.
They took a gamble there and it did not pay off. But I think they
Silva
were,
was ready.
yeah, I think they were trying to pull a fast one, and the serve was just not fast enough. So it gave Silva enough time to get his weight down and transfer.
Yeah, Silva was all over that. He was waiting.
Right. So I think, you know, knowing that the first one didn't work, it was a kind of educated guess that the second one would be shorter. And so he was able to read the spin on that one and take care of business. Deuce. That may have been fortunate. I don't think he actually meant to serve it quite that long, but worked out.
At deuce, players serve one point apiece. 11-11.
Well, that one, I think they may have given up a little bit too early. I think they assumed, Texas may have assumed too early that they won that point. There you go. So easy setup for a high kill shot.
All right, so Texas Wesleyan gets that first game, 13-11, and we'll see if Penn duo can change their strategy up a little bit and find some weaknesses in Texas Wesleyan. What do you think the Penn's coach is telling them? What would be some good advice for them?
So I think if I'm Penn, I would say they need to take the initiative more, because defense is not really Nathan's game, and for a style as unusual as Sushant's, and just like that style, the longer the point goes, the weaker position they're in, because Sushant's not really gonna like counter loop all over the table. So the best he can kind of do is redirect, or just stick his hand out, get it back. And Texas, I'm sure, trains all the time, so they're much more kind of chemistry is in sync. So they can withstand longer rallies and keep them going with quality. So I think Penn has to be aggressive, take the initiative, and try and keep points short.
All right, here we are in the second game with Penn to serve. 2-0.
And yeah, so again, I think the tactic to keep an eye out for Texas is just stuff everything to the backhand corner. There's really not a need to complicate the game more than that. And you can see just in those two shots, like, they didn't win the point, but that's just a matter of execution. You can see both shots from both players were to the backhand half.
Right. 2-1 with Texas Wesleyan to serve.
And so this is where practice and coordination make a huge difference, because when you're serving, you're really setting up your partner. That's the objective. And so that sequence right there, you can see the serve very much set up the kill shot for Silva. A nice get there from UPenn. Towel break. And again, put it to the backhand half.
Yeah, Nathan went for an inside-out forehand kill, which did
Right.
not connect, but it would have been his backhand. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I
right.
think it just tells you,
Favors,
it just tells you that his backhand is not his shot.
Right.
Yeah, and so that kind of makes their game a little bit fixed and rigid.
I think also Texas Wesleyan's their short game is so good too. Like they had so many flicks, and
Yes.
it was really good.
Ooh, that was a nice get. So
Wow.
I think that, maybe a little bit of luck, but also good positioning. The forehand corner flick was a little bit too predictable. As you see right away, he goes the opposite direction. Nice get, but oh my goodness.
Wow. Jeez.
That was a good effort. Sometimes it's just a matter of stick your hand out in the right general area and
Yeah.
it'll go in.
Then it's on the highlight reel.
Indeed. So I think that serve, again, leaked a little bit. I don't think it meant to be that long. That was a nice forehand from Silva. So yeah, I think as long as Penn is on the defensive, it's going to be a tough road for them. But a problem is that Sushant's serves don't really set Nathan up that well.
Right.
He again stepping around for a forehand in the backhand side.
All right, 6-7. Penn still serving.
Nice backhand kill. One change of direction to the forehand half. So I may have oversimplified a bit, but in any event, you heavily favor the backhand half and occasionally stick one in the forehand. A little bit of a wasted opportunity there for Penn. Puts them
Yeah, now Texas Wesleyan has 4 game points.
I think he just wasn't ready for it. I think if he had to do it over, he would have used his forehand there instead of his backhand. And so again, a shot to the backhand.
Goes long.
Yep.
And now Texas Wesleyan's up 2-0 with a more convincing lead in that second game.
So we'll see how this next game goes, because the first. So for anyone who's new to this, the receivers change with each half. So the same player that you hit to and received from in the first game will be the same in the third. And the first game they had it was a little bit dicey for Texas. So let's see if that was just a matchup situation, or again if that was just kind of testing the waters and see how things go first. But for Texas, I wouldn't change a thing. Keep it to the backhand side. Texas to serve.
Jeez, so much power from Silva.
Right, so that's,
Perfect setup, too.
Exactly, and to that point, Penn has to hit first. If they're on defense, it's kind of, it's going to be very, very difficult.
Right. There you go. You called it.
Yeah, I mean, he'll make some.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you stick with the strategy.
Yeah.
If anything, get it out wider. And see, actually, that's a good strategy from Sushant to serve even wider out to the forehand, because that kind of forces you to hit it back to the cross court. This is very, very difficult to get that very short shot. Because you even saw there he had to kind of almost go around the net.
It's 1-3, Texas Wesleyan to serve.
A little cute with that one.
Yeah, the short game is not as on for Texas Wesleyan as it was in previous games. Wow.
Nice.
Awesome counter looping rally there.
Yep.
With Penn coming out on top. Now it's 5-1 then.
So yeah, I don't know if Texas is just a little bit relaxed because they have a comfortable 2-0 cushion, but they can't let this get away from them too quick, because once things get tight, you never know. I'm not really sure why they don't hit it to Sushant's backhand too. It may just be because the forehand shot will come back more predictably. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because there's the pips with the backhand.
Right.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen him hit with it, have we?
It seems like only serves.
Right. I haven't
it's
seen him
interesting,
actually use his backhand at all. So I'm not sure why not test it. See what happens. You have this lead. There you go. There's one, and it's not great. So from that distance. So again, you stick with the tactic, backhand and half for both players.
Well, now we know. Yeah.
Don't need to overcomplicate it. Keep it simple, stupid. Like, again.
To the backhand.
Doru is a Hall of Fame coach, so
There's a lot of experience and wisdom.
Exactly.
There.
You expect him to have things under control. Nice. All right, so Texas has closed this lead here.
Just a 1-point deficit. 6-5 Penn to serve still.
So yeah, you can kind of see that he's serving even further, like ever further out to the backhand, because he knows that Silva's going to try and turn around with his backhand. So the further to the right that is, the more awkward that is. So it kind of forces Silva to make a decision. Do you turn around with the backhand, or do you forehand flip it? And if you forehand flip it, they know exactly where it's going to go. So Good strategy from Penn.
Five eight. Texas Wesleyan to serve still.
And to the back end. That's the tactic. That's the plan. Because you saw there, like, Sushan's not going to slap kill it, not going to do anything crazy. Like, it'll come over, it'll knuckle a little bit, but once you square it up, you just can't rush the shot.
Right.
Yeah, the back end is the weak wing for sure. Yeah, they haven't really found an answer. I mean, the answer was to step around for him, but they were ready for it. So credit to Texas for execution.
Right. Now it's 8-8. Wow.
That was nice.
That was needed for Penn.
Yeah, the open from Silva the placement wasn't great. It wasn't long, wasn't particularly strong. So it was just kind of target practice. I would serve a no spin here. Let's see what happens. Yep. Nice get. So Texas is clawed all the way back to 9-9.
So Penn to serve. What will they do?
I would do the same. Out as wide as you can go and make Silva make a decision.
Good change of placement there.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you can see Jonathan wasn't quite ready for that one.
Right. So 10-9.
So
1 game point. Oh, interesting.
sure is.
Yeah. So now the game score is 2-1 with Texas Wesleyan in the lead. That pairing, that serve order is
It appears to
yeah.
have made a difference.
Yeah.
So we're going back to the service pairing that
more
resulted
favoring,
right.
like
That was
Texas
much more
Wesleyan.
favorable. Yeah, to Texas. So let's see. But the tactic remains the same.
And the NCTTA championships in Rockford this year, it's going to be on, it was started yesterday, April 3rd, and we had the World University Game Trials, which were a great event. And this will conclude Sunday, April 6th, and it's at the UW Health Sports Factory. I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsors now, Paddle Palace, Pika Pong, Pong Space, Stiga, and Go Rockford. All right.
All right, Penn to serve. The backhand corner.
Wow, that was a wild chop from Nathan.
Yes. However, I would not let it deter
Exactly.
from
Yeah,
the strategy.
that was
keep it simple.
a Hail Mary.
Ooh, that was an interesting.
I think it was a little too high.
That
It
looked
might
like
have
an
been error.
accident. Yeah, that looked like an accident, but Silva was able to adjust and laser it back cross court.
Right. Jonathan went in for the flip kill, but it didn't connect. And Penn is up 2-1.
So this game will be interesting. If Penn can keep it close, weird things can happen. Because if they can manage to eke out another game, fifth game, weird things can happen. Ooh.
Wow.
Back to
So
the backhand.
fast. So fast.
So I think the strategy is very clear. Come hell or high water, hit it to the backhand corner. Get it there if it kills you.
Those were 2 backhands by Texas Wesleyan.
Yes, but they
that
were
was
ready
impressive.
for the.
Yeah.
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 I mean, to their credit, they
Yeah.
didn't just assume it'd be a winner.
Right.
They were ready for the
They
second.
kept steady. Yeah.
Because no matter what, they're not going to counter loop your backhands. At best, it'll be a strong block, but
Right.
you can be ready for that. That was a nice shot. It almost looked like he was ready for it. Maybe he reacted, but either way, it's a nice get. So I think if I were Penn, if I lose another point here, I'm calling time.
Yeah.
Because you don't want this game to get away from you. They're opting not to do so. See if they can close the gap here.
Oh. Wow.
A couple of lucky clips there, but you take it.
Yeah.
I mean, to their credit, they don't give up on the play. But yeah, you see when Shushan opens with the backhand pips, it's a little weird, but you just gotta keep your eye on the ball and square it up. So I'm gonna bring in some baseball talk here. It's very similar to a knuckleball. Like, you just can't overswing at it.
Yeah, I'll try to keep up. I haven't played baseball in a while.
'Tis the season. So luck goes both ways, but you take it. And it makes a big difference. 4-8 and a 3-9. 4-8, you still feel like you're in it. You got it.
And they have the serve.
Right.
Penn does.
So, quick trivia here. We have a very international spread in this game alone. So, Sushant is from New Jersey. Nathan is a Kiwi from New Zealand. Jonathan is from Sweden. And Silva is from Sri Lanka. Oh, whoopsie. That is not a point you wanted to give away, so Sushant missed a serve there.
Yeah.
That may have been the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
To the backhand corner.
So now Texas Wesleyan is up 10-4. Match point.
And you wonder if they had taken the timeout and closed the gap and had it 5-5. You never know. One match point saved. Oops. If I'm Doru, if they drop another point, I'm calling time for Texas.
Definitely.
You can't.
You don't want to get
fall
that
asleep here.
next serve order in the last.
There you go. So that's game for Texas.
Yep, with 11-6, and they seal the deal at 3-1. And now they will advance into the finals.
It looks like their opponents are still TBD. So I am not sure who won, but they will play the winner of either NYU or Berkeley. So it is confirmed they will be playing Berkeley in the final.
So Texas Wesleyan will be playing California, UC Berkeley, in the final.
Thanks for joining, and we'll be back in a little bit.